Unbelievable! I feel great!
Alright guys, today I want to talk to you about two things, two big risks about buying and eating meat and buying Bitcoin and investing into digital assets and cryptocurrencies. What are the risks? What are the risks of eating mainly meat and animal-based diet? The risks are obvious. You're gonna finally be able to have clean skin. You will get rid of a bloated stomach. You will get rid of all addictions to carbs, grain. You see those fields out here? They plant grain and all of that crap. They destroy acres. Check this out. They destroy acres of land to feed you with something that makes you fat, destroys your gut immune system, makes you bloated. They produce it for a fraction and sell it for so expensive and make you dependent on it. Make you dependent on carbs. That is the risk actually. Because then, once you switch to mainly animal-based nutrition, from the animal kingdom, you are not dependent on those guys to hold their grain, to eat their crap and junk food. You will just be free of autoimmune issues. It helped me to clean all my autoimmune issues: skin, bloated stomach. I just basically, the risk is you will just feel and look 10 years younger. In your physique, I'm leaner than ever. I recover way faster. I have constant energy levels. I have no autoimmune issues anymore. No bloated stomach. I'm leaner, meaner and cleaner. My teeth are great. I'm completely animal based and carnivore. And check this out. You don't waste anything anymore. You eat every single gram of your food, and that means you're way more efficient. You spend way less money, and that's gonna nicely segue later on to why Bitcoin is risky. It's obvious. You guys get the point. It's the risk for the big companies, the lobbies, the sugar company, the grain industry, the junk food industry, the McDonald's, the bread, the bakeries, everybody that just makes profit and want to profit on you being dependent on them to provide you with your addictions to sugar, grain, carbs, all of that. Pizza, pasta, pastry, noodles, bread, bagels, all of that crap destroys huge amount of fields and lands just so you have your addictions and you fill their pockets while you're destroying your health. And then again, it's a vicious cycle. They destroy your health, you pay for it basically, and then you pay for it again to restore your health. You pay it into the pharma industries that want to sell you that quick pill, that quick fix, and that quick surgery to, remove your fat. And you pay double, triple the price. You're filling their bags, and it doesn't benefit you long term. It just makes you a slave of their system. They set up to keep you in it as an addict, as a crack addict. Like sugar is basically legal poison. It's legal white poison, and grain, gluten, wheat, rye, and all of that crap is the same thing. It's addictive. It's the same addictive stuff. Gluten destroyed my health back in the years, my gut, it's basically just freaking glue, and it glues up your brain. It's just incredibly risky for them that you realize the power you actually hold to plug out of it and claim your real health and physical peak performance through ancestral health. These fields, the stuff they do out here, there should be animals walking out here and eating that and fertilizing the ground, being free. But now that space is destroyed for the cheap crops, the monocrop, alga culture. There's alga culture that is now destroying. You know how many insects, rabbits and other animals lived below here on those acres? They're now just destroyed, and that's just a small fraction. Across the globe there are huge fields, and the world is upside down. They're selling you, they're creating the problem, and then they're selling you the so-called cure, which is not a cure, it's just a cover, a curtain that does not fix the problem. And that goes hand in hand with wealth creation. It's the same principle. They want you to hold those paper bags. You know why it's risky for you now to buy Bitcoin? Not for you, it's risky for them, because then you won't be holding their toilet paper anymore, which is printed out of thin air, so that they benefit from you holding it, so that they can control you again, because you want to spend it. When you hold it, you want to spend it, you want to work for them, because without work you are not paying taxes, you're not part of the system. So the only way to really plug out of the system, and that's why I say those two things will give you freedom. Cut out sugar, junk food and grain and all of that agriculture crap, and quick fix fast food and pills, and move to ancestral health and focus on protein and fat to keep thriving. I'm telling you, now is the chance, and that's the same for Bitcoin. Listen, I just read an article about, for instance, Thailand and Spain. Now I want to evaluate people like you and me, like retail, if they should be considered to be able to actually buy Bitcoin. Why? Why they do it? Because they're afraid. They don't want you to be free. They want you to keep working for their toilet paper. They don't want you to be independent. They don't want you to be independent in health and wealth. And the circle is continuing, and it goes hand in hand. That's why I have to say those go hand in hand. The biggest risk for them is for you to realize that with Bitcoin you can claim your freedom. You can literally preserve your wealth and put it into a hard asset that increases in value, and hold that. You don't need to be part of the system anymore, and hold an asset that actually decreases in value. And if you don't make the choice now, and I can see the shift clearly happening. I mean, the big banks, they're all now buying Bitcoin, and meanwhile the governments consider if they should allow you to actually buy it. I mean, people will find a way. They'll just download an app on another phone and go through a VPN and find a way to get it. But just the fact that they want to again control you, not only in your health, destroy your health and make you a slave of their system, they want to keep you a slave in their financial system, which is collapsing, and they know it. And that's why the big companies, the big institutions, I mean, Morgan Stanley, JP Morgan, all of those big guys, I mean, I probably didn't get the names right. I mean, Central Bank of Kenya, Deutsche Bank, all of them now want to offer crypto custody, so that the banks again hold your crypto for you. You don't need it. You can have the power. You have the power in your own hands. You have the power in your own hands for your health if you take responsibility. Like I say, just look around. Look how people look that eat grain and all of that crap, sugar, junk food. They all have health issues. They're just broken. And look at the people around that still believe that they need to do a 40-hour work week and hold toilet paper. Meanwhile, you could have invested years ago in crypto and maybe work a job 8 to 10 hours a week that you actually like. And invest smart, and through the investing earn passive income, and increase your wealth and increase your freedom and independent life. Now is the time. That's why I'm saying the biggest risk for them now, you getting away from those addictions they give you and those dependencies. Because you're a dependent bag holder if you stay in that system and keep the toilet paper. It's the biggest risk for you to actually keep toilet paper, and the biggest risk for you to continue holding it. Because every fiat toilet paper Ponzi scheme money has an expiry date. Like 60 to, 100 years, 40 to 60 years. And once it comes, they just reset. There's a new currency. It's thin air, it's nothing. They know it. The big companies know it. We can see Tesla now putting in it. All the big players now piling in. There's thousands of companies and banks on the sideline jumping into the next weeks, couple of months and buying Bitcoin. Meanwhile, the governments obviously say to the small guy, no. It's too risky for you to, the big guys, yes, they can stay rich and they can even get more rich and more independent and incredibly wealthy, but you have to stay sick, poor, eat the crap, stay at home, hide, be fearful. It's very, very, very risky to invest in it, it's volatile, but the big guys, of course, Tesla can go buy, and the banks, the central banks, the Deutsche Bank can buy it, but you should be evaluated if you're actually considered a worthy investor into digital assets. Think, isn't this insane? And if you're not waking up to this yet, I don't know what will. But isn't it incredibly insane that Thailand and Spain is saying that they want to do an audit on retail clients and people if they're actually eligible to get Bitcoin, because they care for you. They don't want you to be losing funds if you invest in it. You might be victim to volatility, and volatility is bad. It's of course bad if you put in $800 and in a couple of years you can buy yourself a flat or part of the flat, or just live very independent and provide for your family. No. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't invest in that. You shouldn't be able to be more free and provide your family a better life. You should stay poor and work 40 hours a week and hold our toilet paper bags. This is not risky. Risky is to get, of course, cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. I don't know. It is crazy that the governments, they still try to push that down, and for years they said they're gonna ban it, and this is now clear more than ever that it's actually the most risk for them if you now choose to be part of this wealth transfer with the big guys. So now you have the chance to do what the big companies, institutions do, like Amazon, like Apple soon, like over thousands of companies now doing what I say. They're gonna take their paper money, because it's risky to hold paper money, and they're gonna transfer it into digital assets such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, and it should be there for everybody, and the government shouldn't actually make those statements. And as more they make those statements, more it confirms the power of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So that said, isn't it ridiculous? And health professionals also, those health professionals, it's the same. It's always the same pattern. No, you shouldn't eat as much animals. You destroy the earth. Meanwhile, we go with huge machines and dig up the ground where usually the animals should just be free and move around. And one animal here in the countryside can provide families for months with food and nutrition. Or you could just go hunt your animal. You would be free, and they don't want you to be free. They want you to be part of their system so that they can make profit on you as a slave, you as a just servant. The way that governments and politicians speak, they don't speak they don't care about you. They just consider you like a servant. They consider you like a servant. They can lock up. They don't care about you. If they would care about you, they would educate you about nutrition. They would educate you about financial freedom and the risks of holding their toilet paper money, and the risk of actually, investing, because you could lose tons of money if you invest in the wrong thing and in the wrong way, and if you panic and sell when the price go down. But if they educate you about volatility and how you act and react, then this is not a miracle, If MicroStrategy, a company, buys 70,000 Bitcoin and triples their capital and wealth in a couple of months, why shouldn't you do the same? Why shouldn't you have the right to do the same? And that goes hand in hand for health and wealth. I had to get this out today. Celebrating Bitcoin, $50,000. and celebrating it the right way, eating good animal protein, some fish fillet and lamb liver. And that's it, guys. Really, don't let them scare you. And I made this video so that you can get in touch with me through my channels. Everything in the description. Get in touch with me if you want to jump on board and make this decade the best one ever in health and wealth, because that is true freedom. The less you need, the more free you are, and the less toilet paper money bags you hold, the more free you are, and the less crappy grain, junk food, sugar and stuff you need, the more free you are. You can basically, if you're able to hunt, you hunt your own animal, and you can provide yourself with food. Doesn't matter if it's winter, summer, doesn't matter where, you will find animals and insects and fish all across the globe. But you won't find a supermarket with your vegan trend, so-called non-fat, non-cholesterol, artificial sugar, blah blah smoothie. No, don't hold those things, don't be part of their system, so that they can keep continuing purging you from your rights, locking you at home. Meanwhile, yes, you can still go to work and pay taxes, but you have to stay at home. Guys, it's time to flip the script, claim your freedom. Drop a comment, let me know what questions you have. If you want to invest, if you want to act now, which I recommend, because if you don't want to do it now, mark my words, you will be panic buying and foaming on the next milestone of Bitcoin hitting 100,000. So I want to prevent it, help you create a strategy in health and wealth. Join the Telegram, join the Facebook, drop a comment, use the tools in the description. There is definitely valuable beginner tutorials and videos I made for first time investors, and which apps I use myself and how I use them, how I dollar cost average, how I invest, how I earn interest, how I stake, everything I do, what kind of things I hold, everything is in the description to find and on my YouTube channel. But to get in touch with me closer, just join the Telegram group, HyperbolicGang, in the description, and you can ask me there if you are now realizing that you have the choice now to plug out, choose the right pill like in the Matrix, blue or red. You want to stay in and get purged, be a servant of the system, be sucked dry, or you want to take responsibility, accountability. But this comes with discipline, this comes with learning and embracing that freedom comes only with discipline and with not following the herd and destroying everything around you. Be a pillar of strength for your friends and family. Keep it lean, mean and clean. Cut out excuses. I celebrate again 50k, baby. Bitcoin next up probably 60,000, and we're heading to 100,000. Mark my words, in the next 6 to 10 weeks it's gonna be a crazy ride, and you need to make sure you position yourself correctly now in health and wealth. So we gotta stay strong, guys. Don't let yourself be purged further, warriors. I salute you. Peace out.